Hello, 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 beautiful people. Welcome to Good Morning with me, Misti B. Listen, today is a woman-to-woman episode. That's right, ladies. This is all for you. In the studio with me today, I have Miss Denise Joshua-Fleming, and she's sharing her top 4 life lessons she's learned within her 15 years of sobriety. So guys, stay tuned. This is going to be so good. You do not want to miss it. I'll see you right after this break.
Real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford, financing, closing costs, mortgage, putting it on the market, considering offers, inspection, negotiations, submitting offers, schools, down payment, title insurance, home warranty, taxes, review net sheets. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy, because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Dr. Doe here again with a Late Health Presents, and I'd like to give you our Wellness Wednesdays tip of the week. Did you know that not only do the treatments for an enlarged prostate, but some of the medications for an enlarged prostate can cause the same symptoms that you're looking to avoid, namely sexual dysfunction. If you'd like to learn more, you can always check out our website, and you can always catch us here on Monday nights at 5 p.m.
I'm Jonathan Cox with the Cox Frater Law Firm. For years, we have represented people who have been hurt or injured all over the country, but Houston is home. We fight for those who have been hurt or injured, however it may happen. So if you've been injured in a car accident, big truck accident, or even while at work, call our injury hotline at 1-800-HURT-NOW or log in to BigCityAccidents.com and let us fight for you.
BigCityAccidents.com. We fight for your right to get back your life.
Well, welcome back, everyone. So it has been a while since we have had a woman-to-woman episode, but I am absolutely excited to have today's guest back in the studio. She's been here before, and everyone loved what she had to say, including myself. Denise, welcome back.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
Girl, you stealing my stuff. Hello, hello, hello. That's my thing. Okay, Denise, really quickly, remind people, who are you? Because I want people to know why they should listen to you.
Okay, my name is Denise Joshua-Fleming. I am a recovery coach and advocate with over 15 years of continuous sobriety from drugs, alcohol, from life in general. Absolutely. I'm currently the co-publisher of 4 advertising magazines and an avid traveler. So.
Oh, come on, avid traveler.
Yes.
I love you. And rapidly improving. Anyway.
That's it. You know, one of my mantras are when people usually ask me, how are you doing? I say I'm exceptionally well and rapidly improving. It puts that out into the universe, and that's what happens.
I love exceptionally well and rapidly improving.
That's it.
I love that because it's letting people know that I am still going somewhere.
Absolutely.
I have not made it just yet. All right, so you ready to dig in?
Let's dig,
because I like digging with you.
Girl, let's dig.
Okay, so sobriety, 15 years, recovering, 15 years. If you had to give me some life lessons, the most powerful life lessons that you've learned, what have they been?
Okay, there are really 4 that stand out.
Okay.
Number 1, stop trying to fix, manage, and control everything and everybody. Okay, number 2 would be to find my soul tribe, my circle of influence.
Okay.
Number 3 is to practice spiritual principles in my life on a daily basis. And then number 4, chase the waterfalls.
Okay, let's dive into that. So let's start with, look at here. Okay, so let's start with stop trying to fix, manage, and control. Not only did you say everything, everyone.
Everyone.
Okay, what did they look like for you before?
I want to be the director. I want to be the director. You need to sit here. You need to stand there. You need to do this. You need to do that. And when the show doesn't come off right, then my level of serenity is all messed up. My expectations are all messed up. Allow people to be who they are. Live and let live. I'm not God. He did not ask me to do his work.
Denise, I don't need your help.
I do not need your help.
Okay, so you felt like you were trying to control everything?
I was trying to control situations to my benefit, whether it be through manipulation, and may not have known I was manipulating. It was all about self, that selfishness, self-centeredness, self-seeking, all of that. I want to direct the show, but I have to allow people to be where they are and to be who they are. I'm powerless over what you do, Misti.
Absolutely. You know what? I can relate to that. I can relate. I did not know I had control issues. Let me be very clear. Wasn't even aware of it. And I remember somebody telling me, you try to control everything. No, I don't. Yes, you really do. And the funny part about it, and now I tell myself, when I find myself trying to control, now, Misti, when was the last time that worked out for you? Because things seem to work out so much better when I take my hands off of it.
When I take my hands off of it.
And it's more amazing. Let's be very clear.
Well, my serenity returns.
There you go.
My serenity returns. My level of calmness and peace returns, because as long as I'm trying to fix you, and then when you retaliate, seemingly without provocation,
right,
as I've learned within a book, that when you retaliate seemingly without provocation, then I'm all upset. I want to be the victim then. I want to be the victim. And it puts me in that pity party, in that pity place. Let it go. Stop trying to fix, manage, and control everything and everybody.
When would you say you learned this lesson?
With my children.
Oh, your
my
children.
Adult children.
Okay, your adult children.
My adult children. And the key word there is adults. They have their own agenda. They have their own minds. They have their own goals and everything. And if they don't align with mine, it's okay.
They have their own identity.
They have their own identity.
Okay.
And because I've been used to fix, managing, and controlling them
Ooh.
all of their lives, then when they became adults and had a voice, I'm like, what do you mean? What?
Ooh. That's a message to parents. Message, black parents. Yes, that's a message.
Who do you think you talking to?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes.
All righty. Your soul tribe. Let's dive into that. Now that's speaking my language.
Yeah. Your soul tribe, that circle of influence. Everybody can't be in your soul tribe. Your soul tribe are those women, men, people, families. So your soul tribe is not always made up of your family. Exactly. Are those people that can say, you know you're wrong. This is something I see you need to improve on. This is something you have done great. That circle of influence that pours into you. Because see, we can only give or receive at our capacity.
Absolutely.
We can only give at our capacity. Whatever that capacity is, if I'm not pouring in new information, that is my capacity. That's what I'm giving off to the world. But who is pouring into you? Not only that, what are you pouring into you?
Hello.
What are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to?
Because all of that, you're absorbing all of that.
Absolutely. And that's what you give back out to the world. When you find your soul tribe, those people, that circle of influence, those people that truly have your best interests at heart.
And they hold you accountable. Let's talk about accountability itself. When you pour into me, but like you said, you need to be able to call me out, Misti. No, that was wrong.
Absolutely.
And I love and respect you enough to receive that.
Girl, because you know I don't think I have any character defects or shortcomings.
Come on, you're perfect, Denise.
What do you mean?
You don't have no flaws?
Absolutely. And I've got to have that mirror through someone else. Because sometimes it's hard for me to see the picture when I'm in the frame.
Ooh.
I can't see.
I like that.
I can't see what you see.
I like that a lot.
And so many people will see it and be like, girl, you know what, blah, blah, blah. Rather than go, Denise, honey, sit down. Let me talk to you. I got your best interest at heart. And there's some things I want to share with you that I see. Because I see so much in you and for you. But here's some things that I see that could be holding you back. Is your circle of influence holding you accountable? You're exactly right.
You know what? So I have to tell you, for me, like whatever I was seeing on someone else, I had to reel myself back in. Misti. You seeing it on that person, but that's really how you feel about yourself.
Oh, girl, yeah.
Because projection is real. So many people project their issues onto you. So if I'm over here, oh, okay, well, Denise, you know, this, and that about Denise. Well, that Misti, that's really how you feel about yourself. Because at the end of the day, we are one, right? So if I'm saying that to you, I'm saying that to myself.
Exactly. Why is it why are you bothering me so much? Why is that bothering me about you? I have got to dig deep inside. The mirror, it always comes back to me and what I'm feeling inside. So, and which brings me to my next point is practicing the spiritual principles. There are 12 spiritual principles that I live by that help align me with the God of my understanding. And the reason why I say of my understanding,
I love that you said that.
Because spirituality is all inclusive.
It is.
It is all inclusive.
And it's based on your experience.
Absolutely. So when I am honest with me, not you, with me, honest with my innermost self, then I can really tap into what I'm feeling. All right. Then I find that hope within that soul tribe, that circle of influence, that support group. And then it brings me to faith. Got to be able to step out on faith. The God of my understanding either does one of two things. He either gives me wings to fly or catches me if I fall.
Come on.
Either way, I'm good. I'm good. So step out on the faith. Take that action that you need. Fear typically paralyzes me from taking action. Fear of success, fear of failure, fear of what they gonna think, fear of this.
Fear of rejection from me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I've got to be able to step out on faith and then have the courage to do the self-examination.
Because looking in the mirror, is that not a hard job?
Girl, look.
That's a full time. You'd be looking in the mirror like, okay, I thought I liked you.
But you've got to look beyond all of this and look directly into your eyes, into your soul, and have the courage to look at the good, the bad, the ugly, the real ugly. Look at those resentments. And when I start to look at my resentments, then I've got to look at the part I played in them. And once I start to look at the part that I played in them, then I'll look at that pattern. There's a pattern that's going to start to form. I love that. If you put it down on paper. Wait, Denise, hold that thought. We got to go a quick break because we're going to talk about these patterns because that is good. All right, guys, stay tuned because Denise, we're about to dig deep. See you guys right after this break.
Real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford, financing, closing costs, mortgage, putting it on the market, considering offers, inspection, negotiations, submitting offers, schools, down payment, title insurance, home warranty, taxes, review net sheets. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Experience the pinnacle of performance at Big Star Cadillac, formerly Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 Cadillac XT5 Luxury Collection for only $449 a month, or the new 2022 XT6 Luxury Collection for $549 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down. At Houston's only Cadillac to-your-door dealer, Big Star Cadillac, Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Smarter when you shop at Big Star. Shop BigStarCadillac.com.
I'm Jonathan Cox with the Cox Radio Law Firm. For years, we have represented people who have been hurt or injured all over the country, but Houston is home. We fight for those who have been hurt or injured, however it may happen. So if you've been injured in a car accident, big truck accident, or even while at work, call our injury hotline at 1-800-HURT-NOW or log in to BigCityAccidents.com and let us fight for you.
BigCityAccidents.com. We fight for your right to get back your life.
Welcome back, everyone. So Miss Denise was over here sharing her spiritual practices that she lives by every single day. Okay, so you were talking about courage.
Yes. It takes courage to look at who we are. So we've got some honesty, some hope, some faith. Now we're adding courage. It takes courage for me to look at who I am, the
Denise,
good,
let
the
me
bad.
ask you something. Did you ever at one point, this is how I was feeling, when you were doing all this mirror work, right? This self-reflection work. Some people call it shadow work, whatever you want to call it. Did you ever feel like, am I the only person doing this?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not, because there were so many people supporting me in the fellowship that had done it, that kept going, come on, keep looking.
Okay,
keep
so
digging.
you were already with your tribe.
Yeah, well, see, they were able to be like, that's little surface stuff you doing. Come on, pull the scab off. Let's get down to some real causes and conditions. And once I did that, I was able to see my part. Because I always want to blame you, Misti. I don't want to look at the part that I played in all of this.
It's so easy to point your finger, honey.
It is.
Yeah.
But once I was able to see my part and then start to practice some integrity, we're going to admit to God, to myself, and to another human being the exact nature of my wrongs. Now I've identified those. So now I can start looking at my shortcomings and my character defects. But we're going from courage to integrity, to willingness, to humility, to brotherly love, to discipline, to service. Now, these are things I try to practice in my daily affairs. They're not a one-time event.
Okay.
All right, something pops up. Okay, Denise, what part did you play in that? Okay, do you owe an apology? You need to go ahead and do it. All of those things, it becomes a working part of my life.
Working part. It does not stop.
Am I perfect at it? No, no. There's some times that show up and be like, okay, you know what? da 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 da, and then I have to go back and go, you know, you was wrong. It starts to work me. That spiritual side of me starts to build. It helps open me up to the sunlight of the spirit, if you will.
I love that.
So that the good things can start to pour in. And again, I'm not perfect at it every day, but that's where I strive. That's where I set my footing and my foundation. So I can get there. And then along with that, as I will fall short, I reach out to that soul tribe or that circle of influence or my support group and say, hey, you know, I ran into this today. This is what I was feeling today. I was feeling unworthy today. I was feeling less than today. Something happened and somebody said something and it took me all the way back to when I was 9 years old and blah, blah, blah. So you're constantly identifying some of these deficits, some of the things that little girl inside is trying to
come on. You said 9. For me, mine is 7. That little 7-year-old.
Yes.
That little 7-year-old still wants to come out and play and has those 7-year-old feelings. So it's up to you. That 7-year-old will never die.
She will not.
She's in there.
You know, you've got to constantly nurture her and heal her. And heal her. Because there could have been one statement somebody made to me when I was 9 years old that I have been holding on to.
That's in your mental Rolodex.
It has set up my whole ideal and idea for myself. And self manifesting within me can be crazy as all get out.
I can imagine the things that we do. All right, so what's your fourth life lesson?
Girl, chasing waterfalls.
Chasing waterfalls.
You know, what's that song? Don't go chasing.
TLC.
Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. But let's look at a waterfall from the other side.
Okay.
You're on a tumultuous river. You are scared. You're finna go over this cliff. All right. There's something going on in your life, and we fight so hard, trying not to roll backwards. I don't want to go over to the cliff. I'm hanging on to the end. But when you go over, metaphorically, when we go over, girl, we look up and it's like, oh my God, look at the beauty.
The beauty. We have a picture of you at a waterfall recently.
Oh, yes.
We do.
Yes.
We're going to show it on the screen. You got to tell us about this picture.
All right. I was in Jalapa, Mexico, in the state of Jalisco, which is right outside of Puerto Vallarta. It's a small little village that's been around over 100 years, and you hike on up to the waterfall. And for the bottom of the waterfall represents for me God's blessings raining down on me.
I love that.
All right, the beauty at the bottom of the waterfall as you go over the side again. That's that tumultuous part of the waterfall. We are scared to go over, but we fight the change. We fight
Instead of going with the flow.
Fighting
that water. And you know you're not going to beat that water.
Let's
be very clear. That water's going to beat you, so you might as well flow. Why resist it?
Go over. Go over. That is the point where you get past whatever it is you're stuck in, whatever it is that's holding you back, whatever it is that has got your spirit in turmoil. Go over.
Okay.
Go over.
So did you really chase that waterfall? Like, did you find that waterfall before you got to Mexico?
Well, actually, we had to catch a boat to the little town of Jalapa and then hike up through the village past 100-year-old church, past, and when I say village, this is not something with paved streets.
Okay, it's a village.
This is literally a small little village where the sidewalks are here and the house is literally, the sidewalks are probably about as wide as this table.
Okay.
And people are living in poverty, so to speak. But the beauty and the happiness in their faces to be in that.
The simplicity.
Yes,
I'm next
of
to
their
a waterfall.
life.
What am I mad about?
Exactly. So we did have to hike up. There's some painstaking things you go through to get to your waterfalls. But that particular one is absolutely beautiful, and the water is clear. So many metaphors were tied up into chasing that waterfall.
I love that. I love that. All right, can I share some of my life lessons with you?
Absolutely.
My 4. The biggest one, I'm gonna start with the power of being intentional. And I think once I really, really absorbed that, like, so even when you're speaking, are you speaking this just saying this just because? Or are you saying this with intention? Do you have a purpose? So that stopped a lot of gossip. That stopped a lot of unintentional. What am I talking about? Right? So if I'm creating with these words, let me create with some intention. Why am I just talking all willy-nilly?
Absolutely.
That was a big one for me, Denise.
Absolutely. The intention. The intention has to be purposeful.
Absolutely.
It has to be purposeful.
And it changes things.
Some of the worst things I've ever heard about me have come from me. But when I start to pour in the good, when I start to pour in the daily affirmations, and not just saying them, but believing them, okay? When I start to move with purpose, like you said, speaking with purpose, not gossip, that is so unuseful.
What am I gonna do with this?
But that same 3, 10, 15 minutes could be talking about starting my new business.
Creating some amazingness.
Creating some amazingness.
Yes, yes. And my other big one, I for sure would say this year, I was very intentional about honoring myself. I wasn't good at that. I would serve everybody else. Oh, let me help you. Let me do this. Let me do that. Honey, I got to take care of me. Like, I really, really embrace that this year. So even with phone conversations, I don't have the emotional capacity right now to hear all of your stuff, because guess what? I'm trying to work through mine. Like, I'm at a point where I will say that to you.
Yes.
And I was not there.
My representative, I had to kill her.
Not kill her.
Girl, I had to kill her.
Okay.
That representative. She was the people pleasing, people pleasing, just needy, all of that, wanting to find that acceptance that, oh, will you like me, just doing everything for everybody else. And then 3 months later, Denise would show up. Look, I didn't feel like doing all of that anyway, and you owe me, and blah, 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 and da-da-da, because I've done all of this. I stopped doing all of that and started to bring my authentic self first.
Oh, there you go.
And forth, all right, and not feeling grandiose, but right-sized about my accomplishments. Because, see, the self will have me go, oh, I did this, I did that. It was all God's work within me.
Denise,
all right.
We are out of time. So you can't come in here and drop all these gems. Next time you need to have a notepad. No, I'm joking. Thank you as always for coming and for sharing. Congratulations on your 15 years of sobriety. We honor you.
Thank you.
And we thank you so much. All righty, guys, I am going to be right back with some life lessons from our audience. Stay tuned.
Real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford, financing, closing costs, mortgage, putting it on the market, considering offers, inspection, negotiations, submitting offers, schools, down payment, title insurance, home warranty, taxes, review net sheets. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy, because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Experience the pinnacle of performance at Big Star Cadillac, formerly Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 Cadillac XT5 Luxury Collection for only $449 a month, or the new 2022 XT6 Luxury Collection for $549 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down. At Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Big Star Cadillac, Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Smarter when you shop at Big Star. Shop BigStarCadillac.com.
I'm Jonathan Cox with the Cox Radio Law Firm. For years, we have represented people who have been hurt or injured all over the country, but Houston is home. We fight for those who have been hurt or injured, however it may happen. So if you've been injured in a car accident, big truck accident, or even while at work, call our injury hotline at 1-800-HURT-NOW or log in to BigCityAccidents.com and let us fight for you.
BigCityAccidents.com. We fight for your right to get back your life.
Well, welcome back, everyone. I hope you guys took some valuable information from what Denise shared. Now, listen, I told you that our audience, right? So we asked everyone to type in some things and let us know some of their own life lessons. And here are just two that really stood out. The first one, someone said, where you're going, you cannot take everyone with you. You know, I have always heard that, right? But I did not want to accept or agree that. Unfortunately, it was true in my life. But it's okay, because like Denise was saying, then you get your soul tribe and you take the right people with you, and that journey just becomes that much more amazing. And that's from my own personal experience. The second one, I'm gonna spend a little time on this one. This person says, stop reciting the story that brought you pain. Only keep the lesson. All right, that's powerful. Let's sit on that one for a second. Why are you continuously repeating a story that no longer serves you? That's really, really powerful. And am I guilty of that? Heck yeah. What happened to us when we were 7, 8, 9 years old? It happened, but there's no need for us to continue to tell that story. Honey, we're going to learn we need to learn, and we're going to keep this party moving. So I got to stay on that one because I feel like we do that a lot. Again, I'm guilty of it. I'm going to always be honest with you guys. So make sure that you are not reciting a lesson, or not the lesson, actually, reciting the story that caused you pain. Talk about that lesson. Share that lesson that you learned and inspire someone. As always, you can chat with us on Facebook and Instagram at American Star TV. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye-bye.